Good? All right, so what we're gonna do, ready? Okay, excellent. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna follow the blood flow back to the heart through the veins. And we're gonna start at the lower extremities and work our way back up. The long vein here that you see going all the way up the leg is called the great saphenous vein. Right? If you follow this, there's a split, and there's another vein that comes from the kneecap, which is right here under my pointer, and that's the popliteal vein. They're going to follow back up. This area is going to be called your femoral vein. When we get in this area, it gets a little tricky because these are your iliac veins, the blue veins. In a lower segment here, they're called your external iliac veins. There is a branch here, you don't need to know this, but there's a branch which is kind of the landmark of the internal iliac vein. And anything above the internal iliac vein, what we call the external iliac vein, becomes the common iliac vein. Everyone good with that? Okay. Yep. We're going to move on up. These again are the kidneys. So the blood flow coming off of the kidneys, it's just this one vein here. This is going to be the renal vein. Okay. Everything here again is meeting up with your inferior vena cava. And moving up towards the heart, there's one more thing you need to know that's tucked all the way in the back. Okay. And right back here, it's the only thing that you need to know back here for this practicum. So if everything's moved out of the way and there's a pin back here, you know that is going to be the azygos vein. Azygos vein. Okay? So now we've done the blood flow coming from the legs to the heart. Okay? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come from the arms, and we're going to follow that back also. Okay? So just as we talked about the artery coming down this way and having different zones with different names, the same thing's going to happen for the vein coming back. All right, so in the arm region, that's going to be called your brachial vein. When it's going through your armpit, it's going to be called the axillary vein. As it's coming right through the clavicle over here or underneath, it's going to be called the subclavian. Okay, subclavian veins here. Coming from the neck, you're going to follow that down, and you know that's going to be the external jugulars. When those two meet up together, that forms the brachiocephalic. All right, and so we'll just do it on the other side again. Here was the complex, that was the brachial, the axillary. This is the subclavian right here. There's your external jugular. Forms together. This region from here to here is going to be the brachiocephalic. When the brachiocephalics come together and join up, that is going to be your superior vena cava.
Where's inferior vena cava?
The inferior vena cava really runs the length coming up.
Where's the hepatic portal vein?
Hepatic portal vein is going to be probably like yellow.
Is it the yellow little stuff right there?
It's going to be. It should be right under here.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, and it's going to be this. It's the only thing that's going to be dyed yellow is going to be your hepatic portal vein.
Hepatic portal vein.
Oh, and then we talked about also identifying the pulmonary trunk, which would be this. You can see this coming off from the right side of the heart, crossing over and going to the left. That's your pulmonary trunk.
And the one above is the
And we talked about before, that's your aortic arch right there. Okay. I think we're good.
Yeah.
The adrenal gland was up here.
And the pancreas
Looks like a big tongue is what the pancreas looks like. That's the spleen.
Which beneath the
There's the
stomach.
Yes.
Not that one.
I think this is the pancreas right here.
Yeah, that's one. Yep.
Okay. So the big thing that looks like a tongue is your spleen. Here's your pancreas. What else do you need to know?
Thyroid, thymus.
Oh.
Your thyroid.
It's right here. It's kind of hard to see
They're little flaps,
right
right?
in here.
Yeah, right in here.
Thymus, I kind of ripped off the
Thymus
heart.
was on top of the heart. That's okay.
Okay. And what is it normally? Looks like.
She said chew